We're like 5 minutes into it and Bear's already screwed up. So there we are. Holy cow. Well, anyways, what we were going to talk about, I actually had the article up in front here. We don't normally do like politics and that sort of thing on the channel, but every once in a while, there's a candidate that comes out that just kind of takes everybody by storm. And we actually had one the other day coming out and announcing their candidacy for governor of California. That's right, we're talking about the one, the only, Caitlyn Jenner out there. Yes, indeed. World famous athlete. I forget which. 1980s Olympics, 1970s Olympics, or something like that. Won a whole bunch of medals. One of the greatest Olympians of all time is throwing her hat into the ring there as far as governors go in California. I think they're recalling the governor of California. So hopefully somebody good can get in there, and who could do worse than Caitlyn Jenner? That's right. So you know what? We had one kind of reality show politician. And now, kind of, it's continuing on. We're having another reality star, kind of. Well, I wouldn't say star. Maybe kind of second fiddle bit player, kind of assistant actor, assistant star, if you will. I guess one of these days Kim Kardashian could run for, I don't know, governor, president, Senator Kardashian. Senator Kardashian objects to the objects to the motion there. But anyways, we got the. I actually had a story on it that I was going to read, but of course, once again, Bear screws up on his most professional show ever, so he doesn't have it all right in front of him. How dare you, Bear? How dare you? But well, anyways, let's just jump straight from embarrassment into something else. It was something that Bear got the other day. It was a package from Von Klaus. We're talking about Monster M.D. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's a good book. Actually, haven't even had a chance to even read it. Cracked a couple pages and checked it out. Great artwork in there. Definitely some great artwork. But holy cow! I mean, it is a thick, huge book. What am I doing? There we are. Kind of a thick, huge book that he has. I haven't really seen that many books that big before. I guess maybe Gary Shipman or something like that would have it. But yeah, I mean, check that out. I mean, it doesn't look like it, but holy cow, it is. Look at that. That is a thick book. Yes, indeed. So, look forward to reading it, but need to take some time to actually check it out and everything. And they also got the other. Let's see, what was the other book? Kind of a supplemental book. It was the Shinobi Sasquatch versus Monster M.D. They're fighting it out and everything. So that looks like another kind of interesting book. Had another artist on there. I forget the artist name right off the top of my head, but a Rob Willis cover is what you see kind of over there on the other one. Not that one, the other one. The other one there, a Rob Willis cover. So very interesting there. It's a black and white interior. So that'll be interesting to check out and read. But I tell you what, the colors on Monster M.D. here are really, really good. I mean, I was kind of really surprised how well some of those colors popped and everything. It's nice to check it out and everything. But once again, Bears needs to do kind of a full-on review to be able to kind of give you a better opinion on what's going on there. But yeah, definitely gonna check out the next couple days. Monster MD. Holy cow! I haven't had a book in quite a while. I mean, I think it was. USA Assassin. USA Assassin #2. Talking about Enter Zero Face. Yes, indeed. So I think that came out maybe late last year, late December last year, maybe early January or something like that. So yeah, it's been quite a bit since we've had some books coming out, but hopefully we're gonna get some more in here soon. But we'll get into that in just a moment. But yeah, just wanted to talk about Monster MD here. And okay, why is my chat not working? Is it not working again? I try to keep an eye on it for you people, but let me just double check here. Bear with Bear in his most. Oh, okay, no more. Okay, that's good. Bear tries to keep a professional channel here, is barely barely hanging on by his claws here. Yes, indeed. So I gotta make sure that we keep it in check here. But anyways, Monster M.D. really good book. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Well, let me get into kind of what we were going to talk about here because actually we once again Bear in his getting everything together here for the video. All of a sudden got another email in, so we'll talk about that in just a second. But first off, we want to talk about. Let me go to it. If I can click on my thing here. Bear with Bear. There we go. We click that. And then we click that. And there we are. There we are. We're talking about what was this? Oddity. Oddity. Yes, indeed. So he says, we're in the home stretch, which is good because this book I think was supposed to come out. I think it was supposed to come out like a year ago, so I hope they're in the home stretch. I hope they're in the home stretch. All right, I hope this late updates find you all in good health. Yes, yes. You want to have good health and not be on your deathbed waiting for your comic to come in. You've been waiting in, for months, even years, and you're holding on for dear life. And beep 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 beep. Oh no, he didn't get it. I didn't get it, but we hope you are in good health. Sweens has been plugging away, drawing new pages and coloring older pages. Which, by the way, I mean the colors on there look awesome. That's some really good colors. Yes, indeed. Let's see. And I just finished editing the script to match some of his changes. Indeed. It's all really starting to come together. Well, it better be. Once I have his last few pages re-scripted, then we just have to wait for the coloring to be done so we can send it to Eric to get lettered. Yes, indeed. Eric letters too much. At that point, it'll hopefully, at that point, it'll hopefully progress quickly. I don't know. That is kind of an odd sentence there. It'll hopefully progress quickly to printing. Yeah, okay. At that point, it'll hopefully progress quickly to printing and shipping. I thank you all for your patience with us. So many unforeseen things, including bears in the woods. You would have never seen the bear. Some of which we probably should have foreseen. Yes, indeed. Jumped in our way, but we're not about excuses here. We thank you for your undeserved patience. We really want to get a great book out to you all and apply all of our lessons learned from Oddity 2. If you'll still have us, we'll have to check it out. Let's show off some stuff. And he shows off a nice little page here. That's a neat little page there. Neat little coloring. So, anyways, apparently they had to re-script some stuff, rewrite some stuff. Hopefully it'll come out a little bit better. You never know. But anyways, there's a little bit of oddity. That's all for the update. I'm sorry, but between my day job and Sween's busy drawing schedule, we get a little forgetty sometimes in the updates. Hopefully, we won't need too many more. And he says thank you very much. Yes, indeed. So there you are. There's a quick update on Oddity. There we are, Oddity from Indie Dave Comics. Yes, indeed. So we got that. Let's see, what was the other one that we had here? It was a couple of. We're trying to. This was what was this back in April 16th? So there was a couple that Bear just wanted to kind of get to kind of round it out here. But it's good to see that we're gonna have some different comics coming out here. Hopefully pretty soon. All right, there we are. It is. Oops, let me go back. It is Gunship Thunder Punch 2 Instant Wave Album. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. I wonder if it's going to be a complete album or if it's just going to be a song. I hope they put it out on vinyl. Bear needs to put it out. Get out the vinyl and, what is it? 45? Listen to it in a 45. Yes, indeed. Alright, it says the 15K professional show bear. A 15K stretch goal has been unlocked. Hey everyone, you all just unlocked the How to Draw Robots the Shearer Way, our tutorial. Ooh. Next up is the 20K stretch goal. When that's unlocked, Alex Malign. Alex would draw a 5-page backup story. Let's make this book as fat as possible. Yes, indeed, you want it fat. Spread the link around for the campaign. Remember, there's a referral contest. The top 3 referrals get original art and some other cool stuff. So be sure you're logged into your Indiegogo when you copy and paste the link to social media, so it'll be counted towards your total. Yes, indeed. Actually, Bear should probably put some of that in the description. That would have been a professional show. For crying out loud. Anyways, it says 15k stretch goal has been unlocked. You've got a happy gunship Thunder Punch there. How to draw robots. Yes, and once again, he's going to have another 5-page backup story by Alex Malign. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. There we are. Anyways, so neat little update there from Brian Shear. I don't know, I forget exactly when this was supposed to come out. I don't recall if it's going to be later this year or might be early next year sometime. I'm not really sure. I'll have to double check that. But you know what? Gunship Thunder Punch. It's the first book. It's one of Bear's favorite books out there, and looking forward to book 2. Indeed, yes, indeed. All right, let's see. She. I'll go to she first before we do that. Because the first wave of She Hero rewards has been mailed out, and you've got this nice little picture here. Oh my goodness, look at that truck. It is stacked to the rim. Nothing but nice little boxes there. I hope they're Gemini mailers somewhere in there. I'm pretty sure there are. Stacked. Just totally stacked, man. I tell you what, that's pretty cool. Alright, dear Indiegogo backer, exciting news. She-Hulk Hero has begun shipping. The first batch of almost 1,000 packages has been packed and dropped off at the U.S. Post Office. We'll be waiting for you, postman. I hope your rewards are in there. I hope so too. Please note that we've got over 2,800 backers. But be rest assured, your rewards are on the way. Deborah and crew are working full-time, bagging, boarding, calculating, packing, adding stretch goal packs, and boxing up your Hick Hero. Look at there, stacked. Not quite floor to ceiling, but I mean, I'm sure if you take a couple of that out and stack it on top of each other, it probably would reach from floor to ceiling. Look at there. Holy cow, look at the poor postman over here. He's like, oh my gosh, I gotta sort all this. Who am I, a postman? No, come on, I'm a government worker here. I'm lazy, for crying out loud. Why are you bringing me all these packages? Why are you bringing packages here to the post office? What's wrong with you, sir? Yes. Yeah, it's a good thing when your postman hates you. There he is, turning his back on Billy Tucci. That's kind of that's a lot of what Bear sees whenever he sees the postman. And the postman drops one of these packages here and takes off running. He does. So, Bear's very familiar with the backside of the postman. Not really too much from the front, but definitely from the back there. Yes, indeed. It is a good thing when your postman hates you. Yes. He definitely hates Bear, that's for sure. So, some good boxes. Look at there, it's all stacked up. Some nice. I bet you those are prints right there. Some of those were the prints. Bear recognizes that box. Yes, he does. From accidentally buying the prints the last time. That's neither here nor there. No, it's not. Well, thank you for buying Debbie a drink. People, get out there and buy Debbie a drink, for crying out loud. As of this update, 30 of you have bought Debbie a drink. That's a lot of drinks. Holy cow. Thank you. Aside from being a wife, mother of 2, and running her own health and wellness business, she's been working 12 hours a day calculating, organizing, and fulfilling all rewards. The perk is only $10. It is greatly appreciated. I'm sure both by Deb and Billy. I promise you will enjoy watching her fulfill your pledges live on YouTube once all shipping is complete in a few weeks. Oh boy, holy cow! Hope that's safe for YouTube. Hope it's safe for YouTube. Important Hero digital PDF information. We are scheduling the release of all digital PDFs next week. Yes. I have been meeting with CrowdOx on Monday, as they will be handling the distribution of Digital She, Way of the Warrior, Return of the Warrior, and Haikyuu. All to you. The reason for going with Crowdox is that we somehow missed getting 100 or so backers from the last campaign. Their digital editions, and Crowdox has assured us that all backers will get them this time. Actually, I don't recall if. Gosh, I'll have to take a look. I don't recall if Bear got a digital copy. Man, that would have helped out Bear because at least he would have been able to read it. Yes, indeed. I tried to read it the other day, and I think it was the. I'm not sure if it was the older one or whatever. It was the sketch, this line art one. It was a good book, really good book, but I'm not sure if it was the brand new one or not. So we'll have to take it out. We'll have to take it out and check it out and look. All right, again, thank you for your amazing support. We love and are so appreciative of your faith and encouragement. I feel that Shihiro, Professional Show Bear, is the single best issue of She ever, and I cannot wait for you to read yours. There we go. I believe we'll be, here we go. I believe we'll be closing the campaign for good next Friday so we can focus on fulfillment and our next Indiegogo for She, the Omnibus Edition, all 537 pages. Yes, indeed. And now it's back to commissions and hardcover sketch editions. So yeah, there we go. Closing it out on Friday. So if you haven't gotten yours, definitely get Deb a drink here, and definitely check out She Hikiro, because I know plenty of people are, including Bear. Bear waits, not necessarily patiently by the mailbox, but he definitely waits there. Oh, holy cow! I finally get some chats. Thank God it's working. Good evening, Marco for Anthony. Boxes, lots and lots of boxes. Yes, indeed. I'm not sure what shy means, but there you go. Yeah, don't be shy. Or do be shy. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, shy. Yeah, shy instead of she. Yeah, well, whatever. This is a professional show. This is going to be Bear's most professional show. In fact, I've got an image to remind me that this is Bear's most professional show ever, for crying out loud. So there we are. All right, continuing on. We've got our good buddies there from well, it would help if I actually showed it. Instead of just talking about it. Most professional show ever. Talking about Shadow Sentry Book 1. Let's see. Was here at the beginning but had to step out. Hence the title. There we go. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Alright, so Shadow Sentry, Book 1, Into the Eternal. Bear looks actually forward to this shipment update. Oh, let me grab a drink here. Drink. Is that Bear's editor? They should walk out after what happened to Shishi. Is that the dog? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There's the there we go. Actually, Bear had a whole bunch of pictures to kind of oh shoot, I closed the tab. Most professional show ever. I closed the tab. But yeah, some interesting animal pictures, which hopefully we'll do for some other thumbnails that we do in the future. Alright, let me get out of this. Get out of that. Yeah, they should walk out. Yeah. Never lived that one down. Alright, shipment update. Greetings to all my wonderful backers. You guys I do rock. Gosh darn it. Bear isn't told that often enough that he rocks. But he does. You guys rock. You made this such an enjoyable and epic first campaign, and I'm happy to announce that 98% of the books are out and heading your way. There are just a few remaining orders to fill. I underordered on a few extras, and they are ordered and en route so I can finish early next week. Oh, okay. Let's see, it says, here's a detailed list of what's gone out and what is yet to be fulfilled, so everyone has an idea. Yes. All single issue regular cover backers have been sent out. All early bird specials have been sent out. All late risers and Hellborn specials have been sent out. Today, which he was talking about this April 23rd, so a couple days ago. Let's see, what's today? 24th. So yesterday. Let's see. Today, which means yesterday, the remaining variants cover backers were shipped, and yesterday, most all four cover plus print perks shipped. With the exception of a few. You poor few backers. Had to order more prints of those, as well as the metalhead backers. Well, I don't recall if, gosh, Bear got the metal, the little metal cards. I don't know if that was the metal head backers or whatever. Oh man, I can't wait for that. Bear actually got the, I'll have to bring it out sometime, but Bear actually got the, one of the cards, um, the original art from Matt Weldon. Awesome little piece there. So looking forward to having that. Looking forward to having that. Anyways, metalhead backers had to order more medals because apparently I can't I apparently can't count yet. Numbers, I hate you. Numbers, Bear hates you as well. Remaining to fulfill would be the sketch covers. I'm mailing all your perks together if you've got multiple. I would assume multiple perks. Digital PDFs, I'll be getting on that early next week and emailing those out, and backers who have backed in the last month or so, I'll be getting to those next week as well. Yes, indeed. So, okay. Hey, Roscoe. Let's see, a professional update with detailed information. This is how you do it. This is how you do it right here. And we'll show how we don't do it in just a second here. Rooster. Yeah, still waiting on that. Don't. I feel that Bear is one of the 530 odd people that has had his package go missing in the what was it, Louisville post office or whatever it was. Not sure if it got missing. It's in the trash can somewhere. Who knows? Who knows? Haven't really had an update on the Red Rooster. Haven't really had. Oh, Roscoe got his Shadow Sentry. Awesome stuff. Eric did a really great job on his campaign. 10 out of 10 would recommend. That's a very strong recommendation from Roscoe. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, looking forward to it. So it's good to see that some of the people finally getting their copies. Bear looked forward to his. Let's see. I managed to snag a piece of art from one of Eric's Fan Art Friday streams. He drew an amazing cogent from the Shadow Sentry for me. Oh, look, that's pretty cool. I'm still waiting on a piece of art. Art we all. Art we all. That's right. Beer will be here all week. Tip your waitress. Try the veal. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see. And he goes on. It says, keep your eyes on your emails as soon as the post office scans your package, which is this is one of the great things is, being able to get an email. Bear actually got one from von Klaus, and then sure enough, a couple days later, he was just out there on one of Bear's favorite days. That's right, it's garbage day. He's out there foraging through the food, and sure enough, the postman showed up right on. Well, not really right on time. I mean, usually they're pretty late and everything, but showed up with the book. And I tell you what, I mean, let me go back to it here real quick because. You get a lot. Let me. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Anyways, got in Monster M.D. the other day, and that was quite a package. That was quite a hefty package. I mean, I tell you what. I didn't even show. Gosh, Beer. I tell you what, didn't even show. I mean, there's so much stuff. There's a poster. Let's see. I got the poster there from Heidi, the invisible nurse. There we go. I'd have to stretch it out here. And also got the I'm not sure what it is, but the sort of sketchbook there. I'm not sure if it's a coloring book or if it's just kind of the sketches and everything, but haven't opened it up just yet. But man, oh man, what a package! And I tell you what, it is. Where's the other book here so I can show it? Oh, don't fall down, no. I mean, look at that. That is a thick book. I forget how many, like 140 pages? That's huge. So yeah, that's why Bear hasn't reviewed it just yet. So we'll get to it eventually. Which, by the way, I did do a box opening of it and was hoping to have it up been trying to do it with the HDR stuff. So Bear, hasn't had any requests to do anything like that, but trying to do some of the HDR stuff. Still figuring it out. That was kind of one of the reasons that Bear was talking about the new iPad that's coming out in the last stream was looking at that as a display to be able to do some color correcting and all that sort of stuff. But just wanted to do some stuff with the HDR. But man, oh man, I tell you, it's kind of slapdash together. It would be easy if Bear actually had a camera that everything works and it all was up to date and everything. Well, Bear's got to kind of get around some of those issues. So, anyways, finally got it up last night, and it looked like the colors were off, so I kind of held off for a little bit, but checked it out this morning. The colors look fine, so you upload it to YouTube, and sometimes it takes forever. Some of the you've ever seen some of the sunset videos that Bear would do. 1 hour video, it would take like a day and a half to render on YouTube. It took a while, but finally got up, so I don't know. We might have that up. I don't know. Don't normally do videos on Sunday. I don't know. Maybe I could try and get it up tonight, but probably Monday. Probably Monday we'll do it. I think Monday will be a good day to be able to do that and have the box opening for you guys. But yeah, did check out Monster M.D. and a really thick campaign, that's for sure. Let's see. Bear likes what is that? Sheep. I guess so. Oh, okay. All right, Bear likes sheep. Let's see, Majesty. Not do anything. Bear doesn't like dogs. Oh, there we go. Speaking of Monster M.D. crossover, sounds like an artist edition. From okay. Hey, you know what? I mean, some people back some of the books, some people didn't. Did get the crossover PDF from backing Shinobi. Oh well, I hope you actually got it. It was a really good cover. I mean, a really awesome cover there. Again, Bear hasn't really had a chance to read through it. Just kind of flipped through a couple pages there, and it's black and white, so it's pretty cool. I forget exactly the artist that did it. Kind of has that sort of best way Bear could describe it is kind of the sort of Kyung Lee style. Looks kind of a little bit like that. What is that? The sort of, I guess, manga style, I suppose. So it has that sort of look to it. So a little bit different from the main book there. But hey, look forward to it. And I don't know if you can tell, but over there at the very far side over there, he has I guess, promotional thing there. It's for Terror of the Trenches. And he's talking about, you will know terror again in 2020. So it might have been printed a little while ago, since it's actually almost halfway through 2021. Holy cow! How did we get so far into 2021 without the world exploding? All right, let me get back to this real quick because I was trying to wrap this thing up. Let me get back to that. And do there. Did not back Monster. Oh, I already read that. Dot. Okay. Oh, this is one of the other things that Bear kind of liked about it. So he says, I understand things happen in the mail, especially when there's bears involved. So if anyone has any damaged items, please let me know and I'll make it right. Also, if anything is missing in your package, or possibly if a bear has attacked the postman that you ordered, please let me know. So there you go. I mean, sounds like if something's gone wrong, you're gonna get kind of a guarantee to be able to check out Shadow Sentry. Come on, Bear. Most professional show ever. Blah, blah, blah. Again, I can't thank you all enough. I appreciate all the support and patience. As your books come in, you'll see in the back that you can sign up for the pre-campaign for Book 2. And by doing so, you can get a free limited edition trading card when you back the next campaign. There we go. We just need to figure out what the heck to do with trading cards. So don't miss out that opportunity. Or do it now, or just do it now. Yes, well, I gotta get my claws on the book. Let's see. Book 2 is going to be epic. You can check out the pre-campaign page here. Right out loud. Shadow Sentry Book 2, Belly of the Beast. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Interesting indeed. I mean, Bear's got a belly, and I guess you could say he's a beast. So there you are. It might be a biography of Beer's stomach. There we go. But anyways, I really like the colors here. I mean, man, oh man, this really kind of popped. It reminded me a little bit of Oh gosh, Bear, come on, professional show. Critter, Kyle Ritter. It reminded me of Kyle Ritter, especially some of the kind of contrasty orange, kind of like your sun stuff here with more of the blue. I guess this is his giant blade, his giant blade there, and some of the other characters got kind of more kind of a greenish blue hue to it. So really liked it. Really like the colors here. So look forward to that. Yes, indeed. All right, let me grab something to drink. Ah, yes. Eric Nanotowski is a good dude. Thumbs up. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And Marco for Anthony. And Bear also agrees. Let's see. Trade them. We'll all have the same one. Yeah, I know. I'm not really sure what to do with them. Well, I think that is a. I think that will be a live stream. I don't know if it'll be the next time, but I'm going to write that down. That is a idea worthy of writing down. We're gonna have to figure out. Just spread out all the cards. Oh my God, so many cards from Earthworm Jim. It just out of sight, out of sight. But cards for live stream. There we go. Yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta do that sometime. That's a great idea. Ah, that's what we get from professional shows here. Let's see. His metal card. Oh, Roscoe's got the metal cards. Yeah, Bear got the one from Matthew Weldon. He got the original art for that. So I want to be able to kind of pair that up. Bear actually got the original art from Matthew Weldon. It was the Calvin and Hobbes version. So he finally got that framed. So it's got a nice location here in the cave. Yes, indeed. So I think that would go with it. Put the middle card in there, and then have it with the original art and everything. I think that would be good. Yes, indeed. His giant blade. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. There it is, right there, and it's blue. So read into that what you will. Read into that what you will. All right. So we saw a great post here on just a great update, going through all the steps here. So if you're like Bear and you haven't yet got an email, that it is on the way to little Timmy McTimerson's house, then well, at least he kind of laid it all out here, kind of describing what was going on and everything as far as you know as far as the fulfillment campaign goes. Hey, it's always great to do the live shows, and do the drawing, and all that sort of stuff. Even having some of the stuff come in and checking it out and everything. And I think a lot of times, the fulfillment, the very end, you feel like, okay, we've got our books in, it's over with. No, you still have to send them out to people and hope they get there and everything. So yeah, I think concentrating a little bit. That's what we were talking a little bit about last time, but concentrating on fulfillment. And maybe if you need, try and get a little bit of help from, some of the other artists, be able to figure out, okay, what went right and what went wrong on the campaign. So, you kind of learn from it. So, anyways, you got kind of the right way to do it here. And then, from out of the blue, right before Bear was going to get started here, he hears from Antonio Bryce, out of the blue. I don't know how many. I forget which update this was. Which update was this? Probably the third or fourth. Had totally forgotten about. I think we were talking a little bit about Brand the other day, but yeah, April update preview coming. Well, it's been in. Gosh, I need to go back and look, but I think this has been out there for what, about a year? About a year or so. I think, yeah, he's talking about September and stuff like that. So I think it's been out about a year. But anyways, we got this great piece from Kane and White. Great piece from Kane and White. Nothing wrong with Kane and White, but that and just saying the preview is coming. Well, okay, all right, all right. Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it here. Hello, everyone. I wanted to touch base with you all. Well, thank you very much. I've been busy. Holy Lord. I've been busy getting the finalized scripts for Fame and Way of the Gun preview together. I think Fame, was that what was that, like an ash can or something like that? I forget exactly what. I think Fame was one of the characters in there. He was like the sort of pimp Was he a pimp? I think. We'll call him a pimp. I'm sorry, but Fame the pimp. I think they were doing a little ash can with him, and then Way of the Gun was the book that they were putting out to the sequel to Brand, the never ending, the never ending introduction of Brand. Uh, do go back and check out one of Bear's videos on Brand because, good lord, that took forever to set up. Boy. Looking forward to seeing those pages with lettering. Well, yeah. When I hire an artist, I tend to sit down with them and figure out their normal output as far as page production, and I set my estimated shipping based on that, plus the time spent on colors, editing, and lettering the book. When this campaign launched, we were all well ahead of schedule. In fact, we would have had art fully completed by September of last year, and I anticipated being able to print a file by October or November so we could ship. Excuse me, so we can ship in January. That obviously didn't happen. The production is slower than I anticipated, but I can assure you that work is being. Oh, well, thank goodness. I can assure you that work is being done, and I'm looking forward to actually showing you some of what the next. Yes, I would love to see what's been going on for the past, whatever, something like that. I look forward to actually showing you some of what the next brand chapter is. I'll have another update in a few weeks. In that update, there will be a preview of Way of the Gun. Oh, there we go. So, there you are. There we are. We've got I'm assuming cover, maybe back cover or something. I forget. I'm not sure if this is the um, like the sort of teenager that was in there because she looks a little bit different and a little bit more developed, as it were, in this one. So I'm not sure if that's the same character or not. I think this was, gosh, I'm trying to remember his name because it was kind of weird because they it was like a fat guy and then he kind of changed into this guy here. So I'm trying to remember the guy's name, but gosh, I can't remember. But anyways, there's the probably cover for that. But yeah, I mean, compare that to what we just read with Eric, and this doesn't really say much other than yeah, it's still being worked on, which is great. That's great, but it doesn't really say anything other than it's just, what was the thing that got slowed up? I mean, I understand, the freaking Woo flu and all that stuff. Yeah, dam drops. I don't even know what's going on with that. I don't even know what's going on with that, so I couldn't tell you that. Maybe that one's coming out first. I don't know. How can production always be slower than anticipated when we now expect super slow progress from the majority of these creators, and they've typically accept and even defend their tardiness? Well, um, good question. Funny having a second campaign running when you're still trickling on fulfillment of the first. Yeah. Let's see. Kanan's art is fantastic, but Bran never appealed to me. Well, I think that's because the writing. And I'll just Bran was a fantastic drawn comic. It was a confusing mess as far as what the story was all about. So I couldn't tell you what Bran was. Two brothers getting together, and there's some Chinese guy that was involved, and also magic, and they fought in the bayou or something like that. That fight was great, but other than that, I mean, gosh, I'm trying to remember. It took like 15, 18 pages just to be able to set up all the characters and everything. And it really just needed to kind of follow maybe one or two characters. I thought it was going to follow the character here. I forget her name, but it kind of started out with that where she was kind of hitchhiking. The kind of skeevy looking dude picked her up, and then Bear thought it was going to go one way, and then he just dropped her off. Wherever, East Coast. I think it was in Wyoming, and then they dropped her off on the East Coast. Great drive with you. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye. And that was it. So thought that was going in a completely opposite direction, and it never did. So I mean, not that I'm pro that sort of thing. I just thought, I thought it was going to go in a more darker direction. So, anyways, let's see. Seems to be a recurring trend. Fantastic art, where the story, fantastic art slash where's the story or compelling characters? Yeah. Let's see. I mean, you have truly hardworking guys like Eric, and I can go on, actually producing, and then there's guys like Elliot and even Kevin who have genuinely had problems arise and are honest about it. That's true. That's true. I mean, both Elliot and Kevin, I think, had some health issues. And again, I mean, this last year, I give it a little bit of a slide. A little bit of a slide to say that hey, everybody's work got kind of upended and everything. But yeah, that's one of the downsides here with the, I guess, second and third iterations of some campaigns. We were talking about Cyberfrog the other week. I mean, it was supposed to be out by now, and here it is, probably later this year, maybe early next year. And you know, I'm not sure. I mean, even somebody like Uncle E, who has a fulfillment company, a lot of people kind of helping him out and everything. Yeah, the slow progress of everything has been a real challenge because like Brand here, we have something where you kind of want to look at it and check it out and okay, well, maybe I didn't understand quite the first issue, but it's the first issue. Sometimes it takes two, probably three issues to really get into it and really explain it and everything. Unless you got a huge book like Monster M.D. here, but yeah, that's a really big issue we have kind of going forward is obviously you don't want to have people scamming and all that other stuff. But that aside, really getting into it as far as getting if you're gonna make a shipping date, um, make it almost in stone. Now, obviously, there might be a printing um, situation. I mean, I think Eric had a situation with the boat or something, like it was coming in from China. The slow boat from China. It was coming in and it got delayed or something like that, held up at the port. Um, as an artist or as somebody trying to fulfill, that's something that you just can't avoid. And I hope some of the backers and stuff like that at least understand, hey, I can't control the shipping company or something like that to be able to get into it. That was one of the reasons that Bear was kind of going into this sort of co-op uh, talk that he was doing in the last live stream, to be able to kind of get together with some of the hopefully successful campaigns and be able to replicate that success for others. You might not have $1 million campaign, but you still want to have that same sort of. I mean, because one of the things that we have with Comicsgate, although it's kind of slipping a little bit, you're going to get a comic that's signed more often than not. More often than not, it will be it'll either be bound or it might have a special page inside there where it'll have a signature there or something like that. So there's definitely some stuff that when you look at the Comicsgate comics, there's the sort of quality aspect to it. There's the sort of since we're not having conventions or anything like that, you can get your book signed and stuff like that, and maybe some of the interesting extras and stuff like that that goes along with it. But it's really being held back and held down by a lot of the lateness and delays. It's great to have a campaign and have a successful campaign, but when it's not being fulfilled, like Bear says, it's been 3, 4, 5 months since Bear has gotten a comic, and it was USA Assassin. So they were kind of coming in hot and heavy for a little bit, and then a huge dry spell, and then hopefully with what we got going on here, we're gonna have a little bit more of a fulfillment stuff. Let's see, we were talking about. Let me get rid of this for just a second. Obviously, Shadow Sentry was one. Let's see, what was the other one? She, obviously, coming in hot and heavy. Well, Brian Shearer, that's a little ways off, but Brian Shearer, I mean, he delivered for sure. You can't fault him for anything. And well, Oddity, that's got its own little issues going on there, but again, kind of first time. I don't know how many people checked out Oddity, so might not have had that much of interest there as well. So you got your second, third, maybe even fourth tier something like that. Coming out and stuff like that. So when some of the top tier stuff, gets the delays and everything, and everybody knows about the big campaigns, it does kind of filter down to some of the other campaigns here where you might be fulfilling on time, or you might just be a little bit late. But now you got the stigma of the comic stage is always late and all this other stuff. So yeah, definitely needs to be worked on. I think that's something that's going to come from a lot of the backers and a lot of the people that are buying the comics books to be able to, I don't know how to describe it, but putting some pressure on some of the artists to, hey, if you're going to say, we're going to be fulfilling May 1st, 2021. Well, don't send me an email saying, well, you know what, it might actually be May 2022 or something like that. Hey, you never know. All right, let me see. Oh, I got a whole bunch of chats here. Let's see. Let's see. But there's a lot of putting off and excuse making from a lot of these guys. Yeah, for sure. For sure. When you're on a 3 hour live stream, 4 hour live stream, you know, 2, 3, 4 times a week or something like that, yeah, you might not be fulfilling some of the stuff that you need to do. So yeah, definitely have a great, month, 2 months or something like that set aside where basically all you're doing is either live streaming or going on other people's channels and stuff like that, promoting the hell out of your book. And then after that time, I think, dialing it way back and, you know, essentially setting a schedule for yourself and, definitely trying to stick to that schedule, even if you kind of put it up, in an email or something like that. Okay, um, this month we're going to be drawing pages 10 to 20 or something like that, and you know, when you don't hit that mark, you at least be able to say, hey, we made it to page 18, but the last 2 pages are kind of a double page, so it needs a little bit more work, so it might take a little bit longer, but hey, we're going to be back, maybe a couple days or something like that, but we can make it up, some of the other stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. If it comes out earlier, I've never had a comic come out earlier. Fantastic. If you need extra time, well, you've already factored in some delay. I see. So, yeah, if talking about brand, if it, if, yeah, I don't know how that, like, how you can't show off preview pages of pages that you had already completed, before the campaign even started. I'm not sure how that, not sure how that works. So, a tale of two campaigns, as it were. Yeah, it doesn't. Simple enough. It all boils down to always back Gary. That's true. Oh, I hope you. I had to check out the other day, Roscoe. So I hope you got. Hope you got the artwork. That the D and Q piece that actually looked pretty good. I was lucky enough that when it came into crowdfunding, the ones I jumped on mostly turned out to be the good ones, and didn't leave a bad taste. Yeah, I think, for the most part, let's see. Definitely, definitely stealing solo. Although I think they're starting to kind of uh, they've got the new campaign, but it's actually the old book, but they're putting on a new cover and maybe some new interiors. And I think the people that like Bear that never got the replacement book, they're going to be sending some of those out. But yeah, definitely the first time that was screwed up. Um, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Come on, Bear, most professional show ever. Andrew Huerta's thing. Oh gosh, the one that we're never gonna see. Who cares what the name is? We're never Sovereign was most professional show ever. Bear, Sovereign. So we're never gonna see that. Let's see. What was one of the other ones? Let's see. I backed and it actually came in first, but I never was really impressed with the Trump Space Force. It was okay, all right, but nothing really to write home about. Um, but otherwise, I think I think Bears kind of had a, other than just being late. They're late coming out and everything. Not all of them, but for the most part, I think pretty much every book that Bear's gotten so far in the Comicsgate sphere has been um, good to great to excellent. A few rarefied errors. Actually, one of the things that Bear was going to do, maybe maybe in a future live show, he's thinking about doing it this time around, was just kind of the top five. I've done it before, but kind of some of the top five. So definitely one of them was let me see, where is it? Thunder Punch. Gunship Thunder Punch was one of them. Brian, um, gosh, if it was late, it wasn't that late. I think it was. I think it was pretty cool. Um, Gary, definitely. Titan was an awesome book. Let's see. What was the other one? Obviously, Kyung Lee. Kyung Lee out there. Everybody needs to take notes from Kyung Lee on how to do fulfillment and shipping. You know, he's got that down packed. I mean, he's got that down packed. So, let's see. But awesome book. Awesome book as well. One of the best books in comics. I made that as Beer's best book in comics. Comics Gate for the first year. So, definitely that. And then Punchline. Punchline was a great book. So that was another one. There was there's a whole issue with that where Bear, I don't know, evidently something got screwed up in the fulfillment process. So Bear never got his, but just ended up emailing Matthew Weldon one day, and oh gosh, who was the other gentleman? Bill. Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank here. But anyways, his the writer on Punchline there, just sent a quick email and says, "Oh hey, sorry about that. We'll send it out right away." And I think, got it within a week or less there. So, but that was kind of a a weird quirk in the whole thing. I'm pretty sure everybody else got their comics in just fine, just fine. And actually, I've got to send a shout out, even though I'm still waiting on, ironically enough, some Canaan White stuff. I've got to give a shout out to old Mike Miller out there. I mean, for somebody who's got like 5 plates spinning all at the same time. I mean, he for somebody to look to as far as going and doing fulfilling in campaigns. I mean, look at Mike Miller. I mean, in between the time that he came in, what's it been? Let's see. You've got Lone Star 1. You got one the beer never got. But we'll talk about that later. The Western one and the Meg and the other one, and then Lone Star 2, and then the Trump one. What was that one? The MAGA 7, and then coming out probably, I hope sometime this year, Lone Star 3. So, I mean, man, oh man, I mean, that's like 5 comics. He's doing like 5 comics when some of these people haven't even done one, or have done one, and that's been about it. So, yeah, we need some of the bigger campaigns. Cough has some huge issues with fulfillment. Well, I'd like to hear some of that. I'd like to hear some of those bigger campaigns. Yeah, definitely Cyberfrog. The whole Ashcan situation was a complete disaster. Obviously he made up for it and everything, but man, oh man, some people got their books 6 months ahead of everybody else. That was a cluster. And the Shadow Diversity comic, yeah, and the secret project the Bit Boy one, or is that another one? Let's see, Roscoe. I can send you Lone Star Beer. I got extra. I've got plenty. Ended up with someone else's order, obviously. No, I'm waiting on the sketch card. Beer got a sketch card from Canaan White, and it just never. I need to email him. I shouldn't be airing out this dirty laundry on a live show without emailing Mike, but yeah, still waiting on that, and still waiting on the Cara Dune artwork that Beer got like a month ago or so, and still hasn't gotten it. But you know what? Mike's had his own issues, so I'm not trying to push or prod or anything like that. Let's see. I think BitBoy might be separate, which is wild. Yeah, indeed. So I mean, like 6 or 7. That's crazy. So yeah, I thought that the BitBoy thing was the secret project, but maybe it's not. I'm not so sure. All right. That's all right, Roscoe. It's no big deal. Um, yeah, I mean, I've got, gosh, Lone Star 2. I mean, we got the early bird one, so it came with like, let's see, Mike did 2 covers, Malin did a cover, and Ethan did a cover. So was that four books plus it was the colored versions and then the black and white versions. So was that 8? I've got 8 versions of freaking Lone Star 2. Yeah, craziness. And plenty of Lone Star 1. I think I got the oh gosh, what was the first brigade tier, whatever it was called. So yeah, got even the rare the what was it called, the Comicsgate mashup thing that they did with Cyber Frog and all the Red Rooster and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, anyways, that's pretty cool. Michael's just scattered. That's all right. I mean, that's the mind of an artist. Sometime. I mean, it's like herding cats. Herding cats. Those black and white covers are pretty though. They are. I actually really like Uncle E's cover. It was really good. Um, Sorry that all that stuff didn't work out, but that was a really good cover. And Kyle Ritter did a really good job coloring that too. But yeah, the black and white ones. Also, the was it Gone with the Wind? It was an homage to Gone with the Wind, I think. So yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Oh, he's loving it. All right, let's see. He's drawing all that and trading crypto with his feet. Holy cow! Holy cow! That's quite a talent. Quite a talent. Still haven't figured out what crypto. It was funny. I mean, I was talking about is it Coinbase? I think it's Coinbase. They came out and they were gonna go onto the stock exchange. So they had like these commercials that they were doing. They were doing some of these commercials, which was just kind of showing the track of Bitcoin. Well, it would go up, and then it would just crash back to the ground. They'd go up, and then it just crash back down, then go back up, and then crash back down. Then they were trying to finish off their commercial as it just going straight up, going up into the moon, as it were. But yeah, as soon as they came out with that, what did it drop? Like 25, 30% or something like that. So crypto foot. Ooh, ooh, there we go. I think we got something there. Forget Dogecoin. We go over to CryptoFoot. I mean, we have seen Mike draw some pretty decent stuff with his feet. True dat. True dat indeed. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if he's buying ether for these days. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you anything about the crypto or anything about any of that that has anything to do with it. I think it's an interesting thing as far as a ledger system, but as far as a currency, I don't understand it other than it's a commodity that people believe are going to go up in price just because they think the dollar is going to crash or this or that or something along those lines, and they're going to go into that. I don't think it's a bad thing to have as a hedge, but the only real thing that I could see as far as usefulness other than the crypto side of things is just being able to send money like overseas pretty cheaply. Um, but that's about it. I'm not really understanding the crypto space there. Yes, indeed. Hey, P Money, good to see you. Good to see you here. Let's see. Yes, do you have any questions for Bear? Do you have any questions? That's right. Well, we hope it won't devolve into a crisis, a midlife crisis, because you know what, this is Bear's most professional show ever. So we're not going to have any mental breakdowns on Bear's most professional live show ever. That's just not going to happen. Oh yeah, it's highly speculative. Yeah, the only thing that Bear kind of sees is the NTFs or NFTs? NFTs, where you can kind of do the artwork and link it to a digital version of that. Um, I'm not necessarily certain if that is the value of something, but being able to have the provenance of it, to be able to say, okay, we can kind of uh, basically link it to. I think the way that they were describing it is it was going off to the who does that? The CDs, not the CDC. The people who grade the comics. So now it has a little barcode on there. So now you can kind of link that to your little crypto, not ETF. What do you call it? Anyways, the little thing that kind of has the little provenance on there. NFT. Thank you. Well, I don't know. I think it isn't pointless. I think it shows the provenance of a particular item. I think some of the people going out and creating NFTs on just some silly stuff or tweets or something like that. I think that is pointless. But I think if you have a, let's say, a piece of artwork, or maybe maybe you can go something a little bit different as far as saying maybe like like a part or something like that, maybe for like a car or an airplane or something like that, so you can kind of be able to track it along its way and be able to track, whose hands it's went through, and that sort of deal, and be able to kind of link it back to the original creator or the original manufacturer or something like that. I think that is a great idea. I think trying to take that and make it as a currency isn't a good idea. But I think being able to say, okay, this is where it came from. Here's the digital backing on it. It's locked in. So if anybody tries to change it or copy it or do something like that, it has kind of the markers that'll show that. So I think that's a good idea. But Bitcoin, Ether, Doge, other than you're putting in money at a lower price and selling it at a higher price, uh, yeah, hey, that's great, but I don't see the actual use case for it other than it just being a ledger system. So, I don't know. Haven't really looked that too much into it, so maybe that's why I'm not getting the BitBoy comic. But anyways, there we are. Let's see. All right, let's see. Oh, got to go. Oh, okay, Roscoe. I think I think we're getting pretty close here. Bear just tries to do it for about an hour, but good to see you. Good to see you around. Hope you see you next time. Let's see. I'm planning on backing Eric Hawkins' Zombie Wizard of Oz on Monday. Oh, cool. Hadn't even heard of that. Hadn't even heard of it. But we'll check it out. All right, let's see. I'm planning on backing nothing new until I get some of the rest of these books. Wow. Wow, Marco for Anthony is laying down. Laying down. Oh, I'll tell you what, laying down the gauntlet there. And P Money says, I hear ya, I hear ya, I hear ya, except Gary. Well, I mean, we can all make exceptions for Gary. I mean, come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Because I know I'm going to get his books right on time. Would say Mike, but I haven't even read Lone Star yet. Well, I would actually wait for the third book because it's, Bear describes Lone Star as a sad Boy Scout, which is kind of an interesting thing to have as a main character. Um, there's stuff going on that it feels like there should have been a book before the first Lone Star book, because it just kind of jumped straight into kind of Lone Star's deal, and it really never explained a lot of that stuff. So you had to wait till the second book to kind of explain what was, what the unknown soldiers were and why they were fighting vampires and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, and that's the downside to waiting a year and a half between books, because you could read the book that has the setup in it, and then you're waiting a year, and maybe it's a great conclusion to that setup. You might have forgotten about it, or you might, whatever. So you don't have that immediacy right there. Um, so yeah, I think a lot of the comics should, or the artists should probably strive for definitely one book a year. I mean, for sure, one book a year, and one would hope maybe two books a year. I don't think that is unreasonable. Now, maybe the fulfillment hasn't, totally came through. Maybe you fulfilled one, and maybe it's a year, and then maybe another month or so before it's fulfilled or something like that. But definitely try to have something on at least a regular schedule. So even if it's 8 months and 8 months, just have it on a regular schedule so people would know. Oh, okay, hey, it's whatever. It's June, so that means it's Lone Star time, or it's October, so that's, oh boy, Cyberfrog, or whatever the heck we're talking about. The other thing that Bear thinks is a little bit of coordination between some of the artists whenever they decide to take their campaigns live. It used to be nobody ever went live during January. Now a lot of people are going live during January, so I would like to see maybe a little bit more staggering of that a little bit, because first off, you're cutting out a lot of the customers, because They might want to back one book but don't have enough to be able to back two at the same time. So I think that would be important. Also, you're kind of getting inundated with all these campaigns, so you don't really know which ones are the good ones and which unless you've backed the artist before and they've came out really good, kind of like Gary. All right, let's see. Hopefully it's better than the other sad Boy Scout book, Red Rooster. I don't know. I don't. Well, uh, hmm. I would have to see the ending of it, Marco Ferrante. I've only read the first two and have waited so ever patiently on the hardcover, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's how it turns out, but yeah, the only thing that Lone Star, I mean, his two things is like saving people and then being really sad about stuff, and kind of forlorn, which is kind of a weird. I don't know. It's sort of a character out of time. The best way to describe it is kind of this sort of Captain America stuff where he's kind of is out of time. I wouldn't have liked to have seen a Lone Star comic set in like the 1940s. Um, there was a whole thing in the second book where Lone Star goes out and fights a certain country in Europe in the 19th or in the 20th century, a Central European superpower there. Kind of the sort of kind of a little bit like Hellboy, sort of the unknown history of World War II fought with magic and all this other stuff. So, well, maybe not magic, but superhero powers and stuff. I think that would have been great. I think setting it in the modern day, again, you have sad Boy Scouts. So yeah, Lone Star goes very manic. He goes from from saving people to be really depressed. So I don't know. Maybe having him in his own time frame and everything would have helped. But I don't know. I don't know. Oh, dry, scratchy throat. Urgh. Most professional show ever. Oh, there goes my light. All right. All right, let's see. Yeah, it does feel like we already had an origin comic and we just missed it. I'm sure you're talking about Lone Star. Yeah, I kept like, am I missing something? When Bear did his review, um, they it came the what was it the first battalion or whatever. It came with a metal not a card but a metal print on there. You didn't know what happened. It happened very quickly in the comic book as far as what happened to Lone Star and how he kind of came to have his superpowers and everything. Um, I think it showed it in two panels or something like that. You actually got more information from the metal print on what was going on and somewhat of Lone Star's backstory than you did from the actual comic. You had to wait till the second comic to figure out what was. So yeah, I wish I wish there was a prequel to what was going on there. All right. Need to have some contact between campaign runners, artists, and writers so they get the main project finished before doing other things. So true, so true. Keep having artists and colorists pulled away from projects to do other stuff. Yes, I need to hydrate. Yes, indeed. Well, I think I'm going to close it up here in just a little bit. A patriotic hero who fought in World War II and is the same age in modern times. That reminds you of Captain America? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't mean that as far as, he lifted the character straight from. And if he did, that's fine. I don't have any problem with it. But just the character out of time thing. I think that would have. I think Lone Star in World War II would have been an awesome comic book. I think that would have been great. I think that's actually where the story is. And then how kind of the stuff in the comic book that they're talking about with Lone Star isn't the actual truth. It's, a version of they were kind of promoting the stuff in a comic book so you don't think it's the actual truth, but it's still not the actual truth. I think the meta aspect of that when they go in the library and do all that stuff in the second book, I think that was great. I think if you did the entire book just on that one scene, it would have been perfect. Would have been perfect. But yeah, I don't know. It gets a little weird. Gets a little weird. Let's see. Contacts. Contacts. Contact. That's right. Alright, well, all out of water here. All out of water. And I tell you what, all out of ideas too. No, I mean, I think we covered quite a bit in Bear's most professional show ever, except for the part with not having the story for Caitlyn Jenner. But that's a whole other thing for a whole other time. So, anyways, I think we're going to go ahead wrap it up here. I'm not sure if there is going to be a. I know Uncle E is doing an auction tonight. I don't know if Mike's going to be doing an auction or if he's going to kind of shy away from it this week. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So if I see you over at any other of those spots, we'll have to see that. Bear may need contacts. Ah, oh, yeah. Okay, contracts. Okay. Well, it's over in like another little small window, so I'm not even. Okay, all right. Most professional show ever. We're gonna we're gonna wind it up here on that note. Luckily, nobody's had a nervous breakdown or a midlife crisis. So I think on that note, it's been a excellent, most professional show ever. All right, so anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks everybody for showing up. Checking out Monster M.D. Checking out some of the other books campaigns. Hopefully get a couple of those in the next couple of days, and definitely looking forward to Shadow Century for sure. All right, well, thanks everybody for coming out. Sushi. No. Anyways. All right, take care, guys. Thanks for coming by. See you on Wednesday. And until next time. Grrrrr.